Throughout football history, few players have captured the world's attention as much as Zlatan Ibrahimović. His imposing physique, exquisite technique, and unparalleled self-confidence made him a spectacle on the pitch. But as dazzling as his talent was, it was his controversial moments that kept both fans and critics on the edge of their seats. This is the story of football's ultimate bad boy, a man who lived as he played, unapologetically Zlatan. Zlatan's story began in Malmö, Sweden, where his talent was undeniable, but so was his temperament. Even as a teenager at Malmö FF, Zlatan clashed with teammates and coaches. His notorious altercation with a teammate during training, in which he allegedly threw a punch, was an early sign that Zlatan would not play by anyone else's rules. When Ajax signed him in 2001, they knew they were getting an extraordinary talent, but also a handful of trouble. At Ajax, Zlatan was often criticized for being too selfish with the ball. In a direct and powerful response, he decided to silence his critics in the most Zlatan way possible. During a match against NAC Breda, he skillfully dribbled past 5 defenders and scored a truly sensational solo goal. The fans were thrilled, but teammates like Rafael van der Vaart were not impressed, especially after Zlatan was accused of injuring him during training. The tension between the two boiled over, and Zlatan's early career began to build his reputation as a bad boy. Zlatan's move to Juventus in 2004 marked his rise to the big stage, but it also brought more trouble. Serie A defenders quickly learned that Zlatan was just as ruthless with his kung fu kicks and elbows as he was with his finishing. A memorable moment occurred in a heated derby against Inter Milan when Marco Materazzi aggressively challenged the big Swede, earning both ridicule and admiration for it. Zlatan recorded the incident in his personal diary and decided to take his revenge whenever he got the chance. The two later intensified their rivalry when they met again 4 years later, while Zlatan was playing for Milan, and one can only imagine the scenes that unfolded then. The Italian got what was coming to him and was sent straight to the hospital. By whom? Who knows? Materazzi, a player known for his own unfair style of play, later admitted that Zlatan's physicality unsettled even the toughest opponents. But for Zlatan, it wasn't about intimidation. It was about showing that he wouldn't let himself be intimidated. His actions earned him disciplinary measures, but he carried on undeterred, declaring, "When you go up against Zlatan, you're going up against a lion." Off the pitch, Zlatan's arrogance also made headlines. When Fabio Capello pushed him to work harder in training, Zlatan famously replied, "I'm like wine, I get better with age." Capello just doesn't appreciate the finer things. Zlatan's move to Barcelona in 2009 for €69 million was supposed to cement his place as one of the world's greatest. Instead, it became a tale of clashing footballing philosophies. While Zlatan shone at the start of the season and scored goals with ease, his relationship with Pep Guardiola cooled as Lionel Messi's influence on the pitch grew. Zlatan's frustration boiled over in the locker room, where he reportedly confronted Guardiola and said, "You bought a Ferrari, but you're driving it like a Fiat." He accused Guardiola of favoring Messi and soon found himself on the bench. The tension escalated during a Champions League match when Zlatan, furious about being substituted, threw his sports bag across the locker room. His only season at Barcelona ended with a bitter farewell, with Zlatan calling Guardiola not a real man and accusing the club of having betrayed him. Despite the failure, Zlatan bid farewell with a parting shot. "They needed me more than I needed them." When Zlatan moved to Paris Saint-Germain in 2012, he was a global superstar and his antics only became more extravagant. On the pitch, Zlatan was unstoppable, scoring breathtaking goals and leading PSG to dominance in Ligue 1, but his temper was never far from the surface. In a notorious match against Saint-Etienne, Zlatan was shown a red card for a reckless high kick against goalkeeper Stéphane Ruffier. When asked about the incident, Zlatan gave a classic Zlatan response: "I went for the ball, not for his face. It's not my fault that my legs are longer than other people's." But it wasn't just his actions, it was his words that often got him into trouble. After a frustrating defeat in 2015, Zlatan launched into a tirade against French referees, calling them a bunch of amateurs and declaring, "This country doesn't deserve PSG." The tirade earned him a 4-match ban and sparked a wave of national outrage. But Zlatan just shrugged and later said, "I'm Zlatan and I regret nothing." If you're enjoying this fascinating deep dive into Zlatan's chaotic career, please take a quick moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for even more incredible and legendary football stories. Now back to Zlatan's journey through madness and brilliance. This time he decided to make waves in Manchester. Zlatan's bold move to Manchester United in 2016 was seen by many critics as a huge gamble. Could he still deliver in the physical Premier League at 34 years old? Zlatan didn't just deliver, he absolutely dominated. But along with his goals came even more controversy. In an unforgettable match against Bournemouth, Zlatan found himself in a clash with Tyrone Mings. After Mings had stepped on Zlatan's head, the Swede retaliated with a brutal elbow to Mings's face. Both players faced disciplinary action, but Zlatan's post-match comment stole the show. "He made a mistake, and so did I. The main difference is this: I did it better." Zlatan also certainly did not hold back at all when directly addressing the many critics who doubted his ability to succeed in England. "I'm like Benjamin Button," he declared. "I was born old, but I'll die young." This self-confidence, paired with his remarkable achievements, firmly cemented his status as one of football's most memorable legends. Although he spent only a season and a half at Old Trafford, his remarkable achievements and controversial moments, along with his exceptional performances, will be remembered by fans for years to come. When Zlatan made his move to LA Galaxy in 2018, he promised to fully dominate Major League Soccer, and he certainly did so. But not without controversy. His MLS debut against Los Angeles FC was legendary. Zlatan scored a spectacular 40-yard screamer and followed it up with a decisive header. But his off-field antics were just as memorable to fans worldwide. In a particularly heated clash against New York City FC, Zlatan aggressively grabbed goalkeeper Sean Johnson by the throat during a very fiery exchange and was fined for it. When later asked about the controversial incident, Zlatan nonchalantly replied, "If you come to Zlatan, you better come strong, otherwise don't come at all." Zlatan also took aim at the league itself, criticizing its level of play and infrastructure. But his most infamous remark came after a reporter asked him to compare himself to the former Arsenal striker Carlos Vela. Zlatan scoffed in response, "I am by far the absolute best player in all of Major League Soccer. Vela is playing in this league during his prime. I arrived at this club as a true legend." Zlatan's return to AC Milan in 2020 was a nostalgic homecoming, but it proved to be far from a quiet farewell. Although Zlatan was 39 years old, his fiery and controversial personality remained unchanged. In one of the most explosive moments of his career, Zlatan clashed with his successor at Manchester United, Romelu Lukaku, during a Milan derby. The two exchanged heated words, with Zlatan allegedly mocking Lukaku about his mother and his belief in voodoo. The confrontation nearly escalated into an all-out fight, and the image of the two giants forehead to forehead became iconic. Nevertheless, a mural of the two clashing heads was put up in Milan. Even as his long career was finally drawing to a close, Zlatan continued to prove that his incredible talent and fiery spirit remained undiminished. He played a truly decisive role in Milan's revival, helped them secure a memorable Serie A title, and left the game on his own terms, still appearing larger than life. The career of Zlatan Ibrahimović is a story of excellence and chaos, arrogance and artistry. He was never hesitant or afraid to speak his mind, throw an elbow, or confront anyone who dared to challenge him. His bad boy moments may have frequently divided opinions, but they also made him truly unforgettable. In Zlatan's own words, "You don't have to love me, but you will respect me." And that is exactly what he achieved. From his start in Malmö to the glory of Milan, from Barcelona to Los Angeles, and from Los Angeles back to his beloved Milan, Zlatan Ibrahimović has left an indelible mark on football, not just as a player, but as a powerful force of nature. Thank you so much for watching this look back at the career of football's ultimate bad boy. Please let us know your absolute favorite Zlatan moment in the comments section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for even more of these truly incredible stories. Until next time, stay unapologetically yourself. Exactly like Zlatan.